In my opinion, there's no greater issue in the 2020 presidential campaign than healthcare. That's why I passionately and for a long, long time have promoted and supported a single-payer, universal healthcare system that gives everyone equal access to care. Everyone. That's why I support Medicare for all, and that's why I hope that America can see their way clearly to support the candidates who will be guaranteed to fight for this reformation of the healthcare system. We are entering the 21st century now with a 20th century model of healthcare. It's a model that seeks to enrich the health insurance companies, that allows the health insurance companies veto power over the healthcare services that you need. The pharmaceutical companies who are making obscene profits at your expense, at the people's expense. We are being charged the highest rates for pharmaceuticals than you can find anywhere else in the world. It's absurd. And the entire medical industrial complex, made up of all these special interests in the medical field who are more interested in guarding their turf and saving their profits than the entire wholeness of the Medicare system's ability to serve everyone equally at all times. It's enough. We've had enough. We've had enough of bankrupting our families over medical procedures. I mean, you get well and then you spend the rest of your life paying for it. And in some cases, you have to declare bankruptcy. There are too many instances now of people committing suicide because they can't bear the burden of the health expenses anymore. I mean, I've seen this over and over and over and over again. For Pete's sake, I have interacted with every level of the healthcare system throughout my entire life, advocating for sick relatives. I've interacted with the health insurance companies, the pharmaceutical companies, doctors, hospitals, and the government. Every level. And every level there are barriers and hurdles to jump over, doors that are locked, and walls to climb over in order to access the health care that you need. Why? Is humanity putting up with this? I think it's time we put our foot down and say, enough. Enough is enough. Let's tear down the old model of healthcare system that we've had working, when we've been living under the 20th century. We're moving forward into a progressive, modern 21st century era. And I think we need a healthcare system that reflects those needs. For Pete's sakes, we're long overdue. We're the last industrialized country in the world to enact a single-payer healthcare system. For Pete's sake, let's do it now. We have the opportunity. We have two very strong presidential candidates in the Democratic primary who are willing to put their necks on the line, to willing to push and fight and pull and push and pull and push their way toward a Medicare for all system, a single-payer, universal, comprehensive, cradle-to-grave, birth-to-death healthcare system. And that would be, of course, Sister Elizabeth Warren. She's wonderful. I respect her intellect so much. I think she's got the brains. She's got the guts. She speaks truth to power every day. She's the kind of advocate we need. But there's also the godfather of Medicare for all, the godfather who has been promoting single-payer, universal health care coverage his entire life, and that would be Brother Bernie Sanders. Brother Bernie, you can trust to fight to the death against the powerful special interests, the insurance companies, the pharmaceutical companies, and the entire medical industrial complex. He will fight them tooth and nail because he speaks the truth all the time. When it comes to healthcare, there's no one who knows more than Bernie Sanders about how the system works and doesn't work. It's about time that the people of the United States get themselves an advocate, a personal advocate in the White House. That's what Bernie Sanders is. Brother Bernie and Elizabeth Warren are advocates. They're not professional politicians who are seeking power for power's sake. They are seeking power for the people's sake. That's why I strongly support Bernie Sanders and or Elizabeth Warren, because we need the kind of healthcare system that the 21st century is begging for. The people need, for Pete's sake, come on. Want a great America? We need a better America with a better healthcare system. A healthcare system that's open to everyone, equally across the board. Is it going to be expensive? Of course it will be expensive, but nothing in life is free, and anything worthwhile is worth fighting for. And I'll tell you, once you bear the cost out around to everyone, you won't have the premiums to deal with the health insurance companies. You won't be the prices for the pharmaceuticals won't be gouging your eyes out. You'll have a much better system that's equal to for everyone. Everyone will have access. Everyone will get care. The barriers will be torn down. The hurdles will be destroyed. The doors will be unlocked, and we could have a painless, seamless process of seeking and receiving health care. That's the kind of America I want. That's the kind of America we have the opportunity to implement in the 2020 presidential election. I'm telling you, health care is number one. And there's a lot of very important issues, and I understand that. But health care is a matter of survival. And if you want to make America great, you got to start with equal access, a universal single-payer healthcare system for everyone. Medicare for all is the biggest step toward that goal that we've ever taken in the life of the United States of America. And we have the opportunity to do it in 2020. Brother Bernie or Sister Elizabeth, they're the advocates for a healthcare system for everyone.